Hello. After having represented people involved in bicycle accidents with cars over the past 32 years, I came up with 5 things that I felt were the most important safety tips to go over with you. The first one is visibility. If you're going to go out on a bicycle ride, make sure that your clothing is visible, that you have reflective gear on the bicycle, that you have flashing lights everywhere, and do everything you can to make yourself visible to vehicle traffic. With everything that goes on inside of a car, texting, listening to music, talking to passengers, even on speakerphones, talking to other people and concentrating on conversations, folks that are in their cars are not paying attention. The more visible you are, and I'm not even talking about at night, even during the day you should have flashers on, you should have visible clothing on, because during the day, even if people are driving in the sunlight, they see a flashing light in front of them. So always be visible. Maintenance of your bicycle is critical. The last thing that you want to do is have a tire blow out when you're riding 2 feet away from a car going 40 miles an hour right next to you. You want to make sure your brakes are working so that if a car pulls out in front of you, your brakes are proportioned properly so that your back brakes work first and your front brakes work second, and that you press them in the right order so that you don't flip over your wheels. And you want to make sure that you've got your chain properly maintained, and you want to do everything you can to make sure that everything on your bicycle is safe so that it will not in any way be the cause or a contributing factor of any kind of an accident that you might have. Obey the laws. People think that if they're on a bicycle, they're not in a vehicle, so the traffic laws don't count. If you're electing to ride your bicycle on the roadway, you're considered a motor vehicle. Well, you're not considered a motor vehicle, but you're required to follow the same rules that motor vehicles follow. You're required to follow the signs that say no turning. You're required to stop at stop signs. You're required to pretend you're a vehicle if you're on the roadway. I know someone that even got a speeding ticket on a bicycle in a 15-mile-an-hour speed zone. So be aware of the fact that traffic laws apply to you on a bicycle. Wear a helmet. I mean, that's obvious, but head injuries are the #1 injury that happens when somebody gets into an accident on a bicycle. So please always wear a helmet. Don't worry about whether it's a violation of law or not. Worry about whether your brain is protected. That would be the most important thing. And be aware of your surroundings. Understand where you are. Are you in a school zone? Is it nighttime? Is it daytime? Are you in an area where there's a lot of elderly people that don't really pay attention? Are you where they might be pulling out of driveways without noticing you? Are you in an area where there are a lot of kids that are getting out of school where they're really not focused on you? Are you riding with traffic? Are you riding close to the roadway? Are you riding with the sun in your eyes? And imagine if it's hard for you to see, it's going to be just as hard for the driver of the car next to you to see as well. So these are some of the things that I've noticed over the years, that if you follow some of these safety tips on a bicycle, there's less of a chance that you'll have a catastrophic injury with a vehicle. And God forbid, if you do have an accident with a vehicle, the driver of that vehicle won't be able to turn to your conduct or turn to the way that your bicycle was maintained or turn to any of the factors that involve your conduct and your condition of your bicycle to argue that your injuries are not compensable and that they were your own fault. That's the last thing you want to happen if someone causes you injury while you're riding a bicycle. So if you need help with a bicycle case in Florida, give me a call. If you like this video, click the like button below. And if you'd like to learn more about some of the other subjects I talk about on video or to review my website, then just subscribe to my channel. Thank you and have a great day.